Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my February favourites. It's actually the 11th of March today when I'm filming this, so I am super late for this, but forgive me because we are now in Manchester. Yay! So we now live in Manchester, so the last week we have been moving, getting the office straight, lots and lots of things going on, so I haven't really had a chance to film. So today is the first chance that I've had, so I'm just going to get straight into it and go into my February favourites. So first of all, I'm going to go with hair products and what I'm enjoying this month or last month. So yeah, it's the Batiste Dry Shampoo Bright and Lively Floral flavour. Now I used to use this quite a bit and then stopped using it and just was using talcum powder, which I know is super bad. So I was going through a stage of washing my hair like every other day. I don't know what was wrong with it, but now I've gone back to not having to wash it probably like once a week. I've got quite thick, heavy hair, so it does take a while to get really dirty, but the bits that I do find dirty and that get really greasy quickly are obviously my roots. So I just spray a little bit of this in and I absolutely love it. I forgot how much I loved it until I brought some the other day. Also, you know when you first wash your hair, it's super soft and you can't do anything with it. I like to just give it a good spray over and it just gives it a bit of texture and gives it a little bit of a bounce. So yeah, Batiste, loving it at the moment. I want to try some new flavours of it as well. So normally I just get the original, so I thought I'd try floral, and there's a cherry one that I want to try, so that would be good. And also actually there's one with a hint of, you can get them in like a hint of brown or blonde, so you know sometimes you spray it and it's a little bit white. So I want to try and get it in the brown because obviously I've got quite bad roots at the moment and I'm not sure when I'm going to get my hair done. So I want to be able to spray it and kind of have the ombre look. I don't know if it'll work, I'll let you know. Staying with the kind of body kind of cosmetic-y sort of things. Now I went to Boots, so basically now I've moved back to England, to me everything's just so much cheaper than it was in the euro. So I went into Boots and they were doing 3 for 2 on all of their Soap and Glory stuff. So obviously I love Soap and Glory. I say it probably in every single video that I do and every single blog post that I write. But I originally went in to buy the Righteous Body Butter. It's like a moisturiser, it comes in a little tub. Had it before, loved it, so I thought I'd just get another one. So I went in and I picked up this. I was like, oh great, it comes in a tube, that's different, let's try that. I got home, it wasn't until I read it, it's actually the Righteous Butter Creamy Body Wash. So at first glance, and when I first looked at this, I was like, oh, that's annoying, I haven't got a like a moisturiser. So I thought, hey ho, I can still try it, there's a silver liner and all that. So I actually tried it and it claims it's a 3-in-1. So it claims that it cleanses, shaves and moisturisers all at the same time. So the first time I used it, I just used it as a body wash. Wasn't that impressed. It was alright, it was a bit meh. There wasn't anything to shout about. But then I used it on shave day. I don't know if you guys have a shave day, but I have a shave day. So I used it on shave day and oh my goodness, it was really good. I'm not usually one of these people that uses shaving gels or shaving foams or anything like that. I just use the soap that I'm using in the shower and then go with it, and sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit I'll use a bit of conditioner. But that was actually really good, so that's my new favourite. And now I actually went back and bought the body butter that I wanted and also bought the shower gel and kept this, and now this is like what I use for shaving. So I have officially got something for shaving, and I've been told that you should always use products for shaving and not just dry shave. Not dry shave, you know, with soap. So yeah, Soap and Glory Righteous Butter. Love it. Sticking with Soap and Glory, of course, because it is my favourite. I don't know what you call this section. Is it like bath section or bubbles or what? I don't know. Basically the Soap and Glory bit. So yeah, this is the Sugar Crush Body Scrub. So I obviously, again, love Soap and Glory, and I first used the, I think it's called Flake Away or Flawless Legs, but it's like a scrub in the same sort of size box as this, or pot as this, but it's like a really fine exfoliant. So although it did a good job, you couldn't really feel it, but afterwards you'd feel really lovely, but it wasn't like a harsh scrub. So I was fake tanning when I bought this, so I decided that I'd go with one that was a little bit more grainy. So first of all, the packaging is like amazing, so I was drawn to it straight away. And it's called the Sugar Crush Body Scrub with smashed brown sugar, which just sounds like you just want to eat it, and sweet lime, almond oil and macadamian grain. So I was like, definitely going to smell this. So I opened it up and oh my goodness, you can hear all that grain. That's how like grainy it is. It smells like a caipirinha. Now if you know your cocktails and you like cocktails, a caipirinha is, I don't know what the alcohol is, I think it is caipirinha or something like that, I don't really know. But it's brown sugar, lime and ice, and oh my god, it's amazing. So it smells just like that. It's such a fresh, refreshing smell. So obviously I've sold already, and then I use it as a scrub, and like I said, you can hear all the big grains of salt and, well, sugar, isn't it? All the big bits of sugar and all the crushed almond nuts, macadamia grains. You can feel it all. So when you're scrubbing, you can really feel the dead skin just falling off, and I absolutely loved it. I didn't think I'd like it because of this. I'm not usually into fruity smells. I prefer fresh soapy smells. So when I used this, I was impressed. So this is now my favorite scrub, and I no longer use the Flawless Legs. I would use that just to kind of have a polish, like a body polish, but I'd use this as a scrub. I love it. Then moving into the makeup that I've loved. So I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I have to mix up my foundation every now and then. I just feel like sometimes I use the same foundation over and over and over and again, and then my skin just gets used to it and it just doesn't work the same way. And it's not because it's gone off, because I buy it regularly and I make sure it isn't gone off. So I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't sit right. So I'm also very pale at the moment. I haven't had time to fake tan or get sunbed or anything like that, so I'm pretty much my natural colour. So I had to get a foundation to match. So I've heard about this foundation, I keep looking at it because quite a few people have said about it, and I know Zoella talks about it quite a bit. It's like her Holy Grail high street brand foundation. So it is the True Match Perfection 24-hour hydration, pore blurring effect, and effect pores flawless or something. Invisible coverage, visible perfected skin. And I got that in 103 True Ivy, and it's like the perfect colour. It is probably a little bit too pale, but if you just bronze it up a little bit or just use a bit of contour, it's perfect. So so normally my foundation, high street foundation, is the Maybelline Fit Me range, and then I was using the Rimmel Wake Me Up. Both really great. The Fit Me range I find is better when I'm tanned and in the summer, just because their undertones are very warm and very kind of browns and oranges. So if you haven't got a tan, I don't think it matches that well. Rimmel's great for if you haven't got a tan. It is lovely coverage, but like I said, my skin and my face just doesn't seem to be reacting the same way with it anymore. It just seems to just sit there. So I thought I'd try this, and I love it. I think it's really, really good. It goes on really well. It feels really light textured. It's the perfect match as well. But yeah, overall it's a good foundation. So that's kind of my foundation that I'm using at the moment. It has made me want to use either or. The Lasting 24 hour, I think it is. Not that I'd wear foundation for 24 hour, but I definitely want to try it because that's meant to be the full coverage, and I'm struggling a lot with my scars at the moment. I'm not really sure why, and I'm breaking out quite a bit. Again, not really sure why. So if you have any tips for breakouts and acne prone skin, I used to have acne as a kid, took tablets, all gone, but I've got a lot of scarage. So any tips for facial kind of cleansing, please let me know, and good products to use. Happy to try that, and I don't mind paying a little bit for it as well, because I know the more you pay for products like cleansing and toners and things, the better it is usually. Sorry if you can hear a buzzing. There's building work and a train track right there, and it sounds like my lens is trying to focus all the time, but it's not. It's that, and if you can't hear it, then great. Also, to go with that foundation, I did buy the concealer just to try it. Again, it contains vitamin C and E and wears for up to 30 hours. This was okay. I've got this in Ivory. It's a good colour match. It's a good foundation. A good concealer. Not much to shout about. And to be honest, I don't really like the packaging. I thought I was going to really like it. It's like one of these ones that you can't see it. It's one of these ones that it's got a brush on the end, which I thought, oh, that'd be brilliant for like doing my eyebrows and can be really precise with it. But you can't really see when you squeeze it. You can't see if it's coming out. So you end up either not squeezing it enough and you get really frustrated, or you squeeze it too much and then you've got concealer everywhere and you've got too much going on. And I don't know, I just don't really like the packaging, but I do like the concealer. So perhaps if it came in a stick, maybe, I'm not sure. But I thought, I always try and buy the concealer when I get the foundation, just so I can try them together, and they do work really well. It's what I'm wearing today. I've got obviously the foundation on and I'm using the concealer as well, so really liking that. Lastly, on my February favourites is the Master Sculpt. Now I've used this for years and years and years and years and years, probably the last, or since it's came out, I reckon about minimum 3 years, maximum 4 years, I think. So it's from the Maybelline Fit Me kind of range. It's not the Fit Me range, but it's next to all of that. So I've used this a few times. I think this is like my 4th palette, and again I kind of go through stages of I really love it, and then I hate it, and then I love it, and then I hate it. So I've got this in light and I've got it in medium at the moment. As I've mentioned, I am super pale, so I'm using the light version, and I forgot how good it was. I went to their sticks. They've got this in a cream version, a little stick, and I really like that. But I don't know, I've gone back to using this, so perhaps maybe in a few months I'll be saying that this is no longer my favourite, and there'll be another one I'll be going back to the stick, or a completely different brand in general. But at the moment, and this month, I've been loving this. Just a powder. You've got the contour on this side, which is a real ashy brown tone. It's not got an orangey, I suppose it's got a little bit of orange to it, but if you're pale, it balances it quite well. I think the darker one, I'm not sure how to explain it, but it is slightly orange, but it's got like an ashy undertone, so it's not like, doesn't look tango-y. You can kind of see it here. It just looks a little bit defined. I could definitely do with blending that out a little bit more, but I was rushing. Anyway, and then it's matte as well, so it's really good for contouring. And then you've got the pale side here, which is a little bit shimmery, and it's obviously the highlighter, and it's really, really great. It's good for if you're, so I'm not one of these people that I love highlight, but I've never really bought one I've never tried one that's like super highlighting, so I've never been one where you move and it's super highlighted, but I do like using it just to kind of balance out use it to balance out the contouring, and just kind of finish it off. And I really, really like that because it's just nice to set it and gives it a little bit more of definition. So love this one as well. So guys, that's the end of my February favourites. I hope you enjoyed that. If you liked this video and would like to see more, don't forget to subscribe, and I shall see you soon, guys. Bye.